All right. So sounds like our timing is kind of perfect for some of you on this. We're going to go ahead and do these 3 exercises that are good exercises just for general maintenance of our body. It's the core, bringing the strength from the center, and then we're going to do an upper body exercise and then a lower body exercise. So this could be used on a day when you know you want to do something, but you don't feel great, or if you're trying to get your strength back and feel better. So the first exercise, I'm going to have everybody sit towards the edge of their chair, and we're going to sit up as nice and tall as we can. This is where we're going to actually hold good posture. We're going to tighten the core muscles, and we're going to start with about a 20 to 30 second hold, and we're going to do this 3 times tonight. So I'm going to get my timer ready here. And the first thing I want you to do at the edge of the chair is the legs are parallel with the floor. The toes are straight ahead and hip width apart. We want to sit with ears, shoulders, and hips up nice and tall. And we're going to just take some deep breaths and go ahead and hold that nice tall posture with those core muscles engaged. Now this seems very simple, and in some ways it is. But when those core muscles have become deconditioned, it becomes hard to hold our frame, to hold our posture. So we want to hold it as erect as we possibly can, with our shoulders rolled back and down, small back in neutral. We're going to do 5 more seconds here. And go ahead and relax. Now, typically when I say relax, people end up really kind of bringing it down. The idea is do what you have to relax in between, because we do want to do that exercise 2 more times where we're holding, again, that more. So again, at the front of the chair, let's go with ears, shoulders, and hips nice and tall, and hold it. Go ahead and roll those shoulders down into the back and relax them. Take some nice deep breaths. Mindfully engage these core muscles. Make sure they're holding our frame up as tall as we possibly can. We can do about another 15 seconds here. Maybe some breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. And our chin is parallel with the floor, which is a nice posture for us. And relax again. Take that break. This might be something you want to start with 10 or 20 seconds, because sometimes it can feel like it's too much, particularly if you've had any type of abdominal surgery or something of that nature. So let's go ahead with this 1 more time. We're sitting up nice and tall. We're looking straight ahead. The shoulders are rolled down into the back, engaging those core muscles. In through the nose, out through the mouth. 15 seconds to go here. Make those core muscles work. Hold your body upright. And relax. Good. That was 3 30-second holds. So the next exercise is going to be for our upper body. We're going to sit all the way back in our chair. You can do this exercise with or without weights. If you are deconditioned at the moment, you will want it without weights to start. If you've been doing it for a while, you can start to add weight. You may want a pillow behind you to make sure that your back is protected. And we're going to do 3 sets of 12 of this. And again, this might not be something you can do right away. You always want to build up the consistency and the number that we do before you build up any type of intensity. So the first set, I'm going to do without weight. So we're going to tuck our arms right into the center here, elbows in, and we're going to be pressing straight up overhead, making sure our back is protected on the back of the chair. Bring it back in. And let's do 12 of these. This overhead reach, we need this range of motion. And we need strength over our heads for so many things we do, like getting into kitchen cabinets and lifting things. Maybe putting a suitcase in an overhead compartment. That looks good. Sometimes when we've become deconditioned, just the doing the range of motion is enough for us. It's enough to get us started and get back, help us to get back for the to build the strength that we need to. Let's do 2 more. And relax, bring those arms down, give it a little rest. We have 2 sets more to do here. The arms can get fatigued just raising them overhead without any weight. So again, making sure that the legs are parallel with the floor. The back is protected using a pillow if necessary. Rolling their shoulders down into the back. This time I'm going to do a set with weights. So we're going to have those palms facing in again towards each other. We're going to press straight up, trying to get it even with our ears, pulling it back down. Again, when we do this too, we want to engage those core muscles. So just like we did with the first exercise, we were mindful of using those core muscles. And we're going to use them again here in this exercise, because if they're engaged, if they're tight, it'll make the exercise easier to do. It takes some pressure off of the shoulders and helps us to be able to lift better. 4 more. Two to go. And relax. If you're using weights, go ahead and take those out for a second. Keep drinking water, keep yourself hydrated. If you need it between the sets, that's a great idea. Go ahead and take a sip. And then we'll be doing 1 more set of the upper body. As long as the fatigue has not gone above like a 7 or 8, 10 being exhausted, you want to keep your fatigue level in that 5 to 6 while you're doing movement. So if it has gotten too much, maybe 2 sets is enough for you right now. You can work on building up the consistency on the next session. So 1 more time here, palms facing in, elbows down, and press up. So if you're not using any weight with this exercise, it can be done every day, which is going to help you to build up some endurance or maybe build up the sets that you're doing. Once you start using weight on this exercise, you can only do it every other day. So you'll need that 48-hour rest in there. Four more. Two to go. Last one. And let's take those weights out. So we've done something to engage the core muscles. We've done something to build some upper body strength, still engaging the core. And now we'll be using the core again, but we're going to work on the lower body. And we're going to work on that sit to stand because it's a motion that we all need. So we're going to stand right in front of our chairs. You can have a counter or another chair right in front of you if you want the security of holding on, which is a great idea if you're not feeling quite stable yet. If you don't feel like you need something to hold on to, you can cross the arms in front. So we're standing in front of our chair and we're going to pretend to sit back in the chair. You don't have to sit all the way down, you can tap it, but we want to make sure those knees stay behind the toes, and we're going to stand back up. And we're going to do 15 repetitions of this, making sure we're sitting back far enough that our knees are behind the toes. We can tap the chair. We're working those quads and hamstrings to support our body. That looks good. We're halfway through this set. The form looks good. Let's do 5 more here. Two to go. And on this last one, go ahead and sit all the way down and relax. I'm going to change my angle each time we do it just so that you can see it a little bit better. Let me adjust my camera here. So like the other exercise, you can also do this exercise with weight once you feel stronger. The weights would just hang down on the side, and I'm going to do this set with weights this time. If weights are not working for you yet, crossing those hands in front is what works. So we're standing up in front of the chair again. The weights are hanging down. My legs are even with my hips, toes straight ahead. We're going to go ahead and sit back, tap that chair, and come back up. Working those quads and hamstrings, making sure the knees stay behind the toe. Doing great. We're halfway through this set. Let's do 5 more here. Again, trying to keep that fatigue level between 5 and 6. We don't want it to jump to a 9 or 10. On this last one, let's go ahead and sit all the way down. Weights out if you're using them, and relax for a moment. Go ahead and get a drink of water if you're feeling thirsty. Always good to have those fluids between sets. And we have one last set to go on this if you're feeling strong enough to do it. So with or without weights again. So without weights would be crossing in front or maybe holding on to a counter or another chair in front of you. If you're doing it with weights, their arms are just hanging down, palms in. We're going to stand again in front of our chairs, legs under hips, toes straight ahead, and sit back, come up. We're going for another set of 15. From the top of our head to our tailbone, moving as one unit. So we're actually hinging forward at the hips, not at the waist. You're a third of the way through this set. Halfway there. 4 to go. Last one. And sit down and relax. Good. So from a general strength or maintenance standpoint, the first thing you want to do is work on doing sets of those 3 exercises each and every day with no weights. Start with 1 set, building up to 3. For the core, you're going to start with roughly about 20 seconds and building up the time as much as you actually want to do. The more you can do, the better off that will be. For upper body sets, we do 12 repetitions. For lower body, we do 15 repetitions. Once you can add weight to the exercises, it's the same process. You start with 1 set with weights, trying to build up to 3 sets before you add any additional weight on. When doing those exercises with weights, you do have to do them every other day, every 48 hours. You can do them in between without any weights, but you will need that break, that 48-hour rest when you are using weights. All right. Good luck with the exercises. Thank you.